Yeah, riding in the motherfucking Rolls Royce. Damn, looking zaddy in my whole voice. Over dripping saucy, got my clothes moist. Bread in my pocket, I ain't po. Boy, riding in the motherfucking Rolls Royce. Damn, looking zaddy in my whole voice. Over dripping saucy, got my clothes moist. Bread in my pocket, I ain't po. Boy, bitch, all in the feelings. When I smash, call her a hoe and pull out her extensions. This the game, we on defense, you know that we blissing. He gon' disappear like magic, know his loved ones gon' miss him. Closed casket can't kiss him. Bitch, I'm lit up. Alphabets, VVS, it shine like glitter. See, I'm flexing on you niggas, do some sit-ups. Stay woke, get up. 2 years in and I'm still the hottest nigga. Them niggas on the other side tripping. I was in your hood, homie. Draco riding shotgun, interior match the wood on it. Bitch, I'm riding Wraith. Pick up, drop your bitch off, she wasn't safe. And if you talking about smoke, we gon' blow that in your face. Riding in the motherfucking Rolls Royce. Damn, looking zaddy in my whole voice. Over dripping saucy, got my clothes moist. Bread in my pocket, I ain't po. Boy, riding in the motherfucking Rolls Royce.
Yo, welcome back to the Easy to Talk To podcast, man. I am your host, TWC2Easy. Of course, I got my lovely co-host with me, MacTurntup. And this is episode number 25, Peep, the DeeTells. So look, I'm going to bring in the ladies. This is episode number 25. We made it to 25, y'all. Peep, the DeeTells. With our special guest, Dee herself. Man, we about to get into it. Let me get the ladies in. Man. Ladies, y'all there?
Hey.
Man, and you know I could not do this episode without her I'm gonna say her other half.
My friend. Oh, Lord.
Miss Retro Riley is in the building as well. If you remember, Riley came through and did an episode back, episode 17, I believe. The Never Forget episode. So the featured guest, Miss DeeTells, I call her Mish now, but it's funny that I say that because I met her during Riley's Retro Week, I believe, and Riley was like, yeah, you could just call her Mish, and I was like, well, I'm not about to do that. I'm gonna get a foot in the door and I'm gonna call her D for right now, and then we're gonna grow. We're gonna grow to the Mish, because anybody who knows her knows that she's a diva, and you don't really. It's all about first impressions, and you don't really rub the diva wrong when you meet her, So I eased right on in there, and it's all good now.
It's all good.
It's all good now. How y'all feeling tonight? Ooh, that's a dangerous question.
Feel amazing. This is a long time coming now.
It is.
We both got our podcast,
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into all of that.
I need to be in here and you need to be in there.
Yeah, we're gonna get into all of that. So I do want to start this by saying I think that after watching, I believe 4 episodes or 5 episodes now of your show, I believe you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. I understand that you have a full-time, Monday through Friday job and everything like that, and you're supposed to have that, right? But as far as the podcast goes, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Uh,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
it's a great show. It's great content, and the way that you've incorporated Riley, I don't know if it's if it's willing or unwilling, but the way that you've incorporated her into it, uh, it's like it's kind of like she takes kind of like a producer kind of role where she's kind of like behind the scenes and making sure everything's set up right and that kind of thing.
Hmm.
And I think that that's amazing to have that kind of support. Uh,
Man, my wife is very supportive. I was just telling her on Twitter, I appreciate how, she let me do my thing. Like I take the lead, but she's not behind me. She actually beside me. Like she's always by my side. So this is definitely like a team. We're a team.
yeah. So,
So
if you will, uh, can you tell me a little bit about the podcast? Like, when you back, I believe when we talked, you told me that you thought about it a couple years ago.
mm-hmm.
So, so what brought on the thoughts of it, and then what led you to just say, "All right, this is the day I'm gonna start it."
So I'm not really like a social person, honestly. Like I have friends, I have people that I talk to.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to like talking to strangers or whatever, I don't really do that much.
Mm-hmm.
So I was talking to my wife one day. We were still in Cali. We just moved from Cali back to the East Coast this year, actually. And I was telling her, I was like, babe, I think I should start a podcast. She was like, a podcast? I was like, yeah. She was like, where did this come from? So I was telling her, I just feel like it would be a way for me to interact with, a lot more people that's out there. And just kind of like, loosen up a little bit, like, be a little more social. Like I'll be 30 next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, I'm not comfortable or satisfied with, um, like my friends list.
I
I
got you.
feel like I could extend that a little bit. So I actually start thinking about doing the podcast in 2018. I want to say 2017 or 2018. It was either the end of 2017 or the beginning of 2018. Um, and I was like, yeah, like let's try this. Even if, I don't succeed or it doesn't succeed, at least, I can say I tried it and I started.
Right.
Um, and I just kept procrastinating. Like it just wasn't the right time for me when I was in Cali. I wasn't there mentally. Um, and I couldn't force myself to start it. I was buying stuff for it. I even had a setup somewhat in my dining room, and I couldn't force myself to do it.
Hmm.
So for some reason, now that we're here on the East Coast, I'm home. It don't feel like home, honestly, but it's home. My headspace is kind of there, like I'm working a new job. I have, new scenery, new environment, even though it's kind of old. It's just new from what I was,
Right.
used to in California. Um, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna do my podcast. Fuck it. I'm gonna just start it. So I think my first episode, I was just looking at it today. I believe I published my first episode in October, the end of October. I think it was like October 26th, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna get started. If it flops, it flops, but I'm not expecting it to because usually, whatever I put my mind to, I give it my all, and it's usually successful.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you how I found it. I was flipping, I think it was, I don't know if it was Spotify I was looking at or uh, Twitter I was looking at, but I was like, I, wait a minute, like I know this person. I've at least seen this person, and I'm like, I didn't know that this was a thing. So I went ahead and listened, and I was like, yo, this is dope. So uh, I had to make sure that I reached out to you and let you know, like, hey, I found it. Um, I know you kind of like snuck the episode out there, but I was like,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
is this not like promoted? Like, this is crazy. So I got the retweeting and all of that, and uh, I believe it's going to be great. Um,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
uh, I do remember in one of your episodes you're working on a book,
Mm-hmm.
and the book is everything, the
Right.
tell all. You want to talk
The
about that for
dirt.
a little bit? Oh Lord, not the dirt.
The dirt. Nah. So, nobody's perfect, including myself. And I just felt like, I've received my karma. We're all still, receiving our
Yeah,
karma. But
yeah,
for me, I've done things in the past that I wasn't proud of. And, my upbringing wasn't so nice, if you want to put it that way.
mm-hmm.
So I felt like for my book, a lot of people think they know me, but they don't know me at all, to be honest. And they don't know why, I am a certain way, or, I'm very reserved. They don't get that. So I was like, you know what? Since people want to, assume, how about I put it in my own words? I'll write a book. Once you pay
Exactly.
for it, I don't really care what you do with it. You can read it, the blueprint, really.
Right.
You can read it, or you can throw it away. But once you buy it, it's up to you. But really, it was just kind of like me. I felt like it would be my way of starting over. And I chose to have it published, or I want to have it published on my birthday, my 30th birthday. So it'd be like a birthday gift to myself, like you did it. You stuck to it. You said you were going to do it. Congratulations. Happy birthday. You did it. So the title of the book is going to be DeeTells. It's kind of branching off my podcast. And like I said, it's just going to be
Perfect.
me, telling my life and, what I've been through with relationships, with family, with friends, and just, yeah, my life up until that point.
I I think that stuff like that is kind of important, because me myself, I'm a writer of sorts, and I have a way with words, so I could kind of I can understand the what's the word I'm looking for. I can understand the therapy in writing it,
Mm,
and putting it down on paper and actually reading it yourself, because some of that stuff will jump back off the page at you like, man, I really did that.
man.
So I get the therapeutic part of it, and the starting over, and how important that is, because I
Right.
think that uh what you and Riley have built, um the foundation is strong, because the trials and the tribulations that you went through, and the beginning, uh and to see where it is now, it can only go up.
Hmm.
So I'm looking forward to the book. I don't read many books, but I'm gonna
Hmm.
read that one.
I appreciate you,
I'm
bro.
like a
Make sure you get a personalized copy for sure. That for sure.
Yeah,
That.
I'm a article kind of guy. So I read articles and stuff like that, but books, I don't really read too many of those. It really has to like jump out at me. I know growing
Hmm.
up I read like I believe the like Goosebump series, stuff like that.
Oh
Uh
yeah, I read the
yeah.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, they tried to get me into that Harry Potter shit. I was like,
Oh
nah.
hell no, that was a difficult read, bro.
I was like, no. There's too many. There's too many spell words in there for me.
What?
That you got it.
For sure.
So, I wanted to know, um, as far as like starting the podcast, how important is it for you to have not only like your not only to tell the truth, but to tell your truth on whatever your topic is and things like that. How important is it for you to get it across to the people? This is just how you feel about it. It's not wrong. It's not right, but it's how I feel about it.
Well, let's put it this way. If there is no truth, well, without truth, there's no details podcast. Let's put it that way. I don't really associate myself with garbage or, garbage as people.
Gotcha.
So without truth, there's no me and there's no details podcast. I just want to create a welcoming environment where people know that you can come here and freely express your opinions, your views, um, and just say whatever you want to say and not hide behind a character or, the person that people want you to be.
Mm-hmm.
I just really want you to come on my show and feel like you can be yourself because the host, me, I'm being myself. I'm not
Exactly.
putting on the show. I'm not pretending for anybody. So,
Mm.
you can't have a genuine host and not have a genuine, person on the show, starring on the show. I just don't feel like it's going to mesh well and it's going to work. So far, like you said, I think I have 5 episodes. The 5 episodes I have, the people that are on my show, shout out to Parker, shout out to
Mm-hmm.
Diamond, shout out to Riley, my wife. She was on the second episode with me.
Yes.
Um, and then Pat is coming up, so y'all, I've been promoting that today.
Okay.
But the people that I've had on my show, man, the energy was just insane. Everybody was laid back, relaxed, and just being themselves, having fun. And that's what I like to see. Like,
Yeah.
if it's not going that way, then I'm doing something wrong. And I need to kind of change some things around and, create an atmosphere that's more, open and expressive to that. So, as far as like, how do I feel about, the truth? If there's no truth, there's no details podcast.
I
I mean, it's
like
just that
that.
simple.
Listen,
So you kind of like in that sense, and even though I asked some questions, and
mm-hmm.
some people, I just don't want nobody to ever take it no different type of way than what I'm trying to ask, because my
Hmm.
intention not to, like you said, I'm just telling the truth and just asking the question because I want to get your honest opinion.
Right.
So based on what you were saying, basically you were like, hey, I put this out to kind of tell my truth about what happened in past relationships and different things like that. So you kind of, in your opinion, you just kind of put it out just for people to know, like when they come and talk to you, basically, if they going through the same issues and different things like that, to be able to come and talk to you because they've been through it and might need some type of advice. Or you kind of saying like you put it out there just so people can know, like, I want you to come out here and not be afraid to say whatever you got to say, and basically never be afraid to basically be who you are, I guess, in a sense, type of thing, if that kind of makes sense.
Like,
Mag, I'm so glad you asked me that question. I need to clarify. So, when I was saying that, I was speaking from my book that I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to try to have published by my birthday, 5/28/2021.
Okay.
That is going to be like, it's going to be entitled DeeTells. And that book is going to be about me telling about my life, about relationships and family and friends and stuff like that. My podcast is not really about me as far as like the audience targeting, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
It's about me because I created, I call this my baby. This is my baby. I birthed this. This is going to be my legacy also. But
hey.
Details podcast, I put this out here because I want to reach out to an audience so people know that it's okay to be yourself. And if you need a platform where you can do that and be that, then you can come to Details podcast and we could talk about whatever. Like my shows, like the female ballers episode. I game, but I didn't really make that episode just about me. I included,
Right.
I had Diamonds and I included Parker. So also my podcast also is so I could I guess attract like-minded individuals that I can link up with and just, try to be more social. That's my
Mm-hmm.
Right.
goal. And that's what I'm aiming towards. So these sales podcast is not really for, Demisha just to be on there talking about me all the time. But, if I can
Right.
relate, of course, to a lot of the topics that I choose to talk about, like the trans episode that I have coming up, I'm LGBTQ.
Right.
I'm lesbian. So of course, I'm gonna have some similarities to, to talk about in that episode.
Mm-hmm.
But mainly I try to create episodes and create content where, I feel like people could learn. People could be, comfortable. They can be more open, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the
So, like, I know you. I'll go ahead, easy, bro. My
no,
bad.
no, no. I feel like the how-to part is the most important part of what you're doing. When I say that, I mean, so you had the female ballers on. So anybody who watched the show, right, that didn't know how to, I guess, come at female ballers after watching the show,
Exactly.
they can then know, all right, maybe I don't need to come off disrespectful. Let me give
Put
the
some respect
female
on that.
baller a
Period.
chance, and then
Yes.
if she's sorry, then I could talk my shit. But if she's not, I didn't ruin the experience by just coming off like, oh, just because you're a female baller, you're awful. It's the learning process. That how to part is amazing to me.
That part. And you never know, what individual watched that episode and took from it that, oh, okay, maybe I need to chill when I'm playing, online
Yes.
gameplay and I'm in game chat and I'm bashing women,
Yeah.
telling them, they belong in the kitchen, whack stuff like that. You never know who watched that episode and said, okay, maybe I need to chill and I need to check myself
Yeah.
and have more respect for female gamers or just women in general. Because honestly, that's what it comes down to. It's not really just about female gamers. You just don't even really respect women.
Women at all. Yeah.
Imagine if a grown man said that to your mother. Like,
Yeah.
you're
It'd
gonna
be
be like,
over with.
nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, bro, I think you really nailed it. That's really what I'm trying to do. I just really want more positivity out here, and I know a lot of people are ignorant to a lot of things because they don't
Yes.
understand it. So maybe if we can put out content to help them understand, there'll be less ignorance.
That's true.
I don't know, cause I mean that's it. I was talking to Easy about that one time, cause a lot of people was bashing, at 2K about to come out with the new women, and the women can only do this and only
Yes.
do that, different things like that. And Easy had a whole discussion,
Mm-hmm.
and and it just we in 2020, and it's like people still don't understand women really out here doing the same things as men, getting paid the same as men, if not more money.
Mm-hmm.
And people still hate women on the game, like it's just a video game. That's why I
Hmm.
was telling him, like, me when I'm on the game and I'm on 2K, my homeboys are going game chat and talk shit. I won't, because I don't want to be called no bitch. Or I don't want to be called no hoe. You know what I'm saying?
And
Over
that's
little simple
crazy.
shit like that. That's how easy that. I don't like to be toxic. And Easy, no, I'm not toxic. I'm a
Nah.
pretty positive person. And I don't like to do that, but you still got people doing it, and that shit just ain't gonna get fixed. Because I just feel like it is a lot of men out here who really genuinely love women and won't talk shit about them. Granted, it is. It
Mm-hmm.
is a lot of good dudes on 2K who do the same thing, who don't do that. But it is a lot of hating ass dudes who always just gonna be like that. And I don't even think it's just about I think it's just them, one, either being stupid as hell or trying to be funny to their homeboys, and then two, just being mad about a female being on the game and 100% being better than them. That's what I really
It's
think it is.
Oh
very
It's a
yeah.
true.
pride thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's
It really
Because that's the
is.
first thing I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be like, bro, who hurt your feelings this bad? It's okay, I'm better than you, bro. But I
right.
got a job and I'm better than you. You sit on your ass all day, you suck. You know what I'm saying? But I only get to
Yeah.
that point when somebody started talking shit about me and trying to call me out my name when I ain't even cussed up at them once. But here I am getting called a bitch or a hoe or whatever they
Listen.
feel like they need to call me to make themselves feel better. Because it don't matter what you call me. You can come to my face and say fat ass bitch, but she ain't paying none of these bills over here I got. You
Listen.
Yeah,
know?
and
I,
yeah,
So,
just to kind of, I wanted to hit on one thing that you said, and I just want to respond. You said it's 2020, and people are not gonna change. Kinda. Well, I'm kind of, that's what I got from what you were saying, and I
mm-hmm.
kind of agree with you. But in the same breath, I'm gonna say this: I can sleep at night because I feel like I done my part. I'm
right.
satisfied with
Yes.
what I'm trying to do. And what's that saying? What you can lead a horse to the
The
water, but
water
you can't make
can't
him
make them
drink.
drink. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I kind of feel like, as long as I'm being a leader and I'm trying to lead people, into the right direction or down the right path, I feel like my job is done. And at the same time, I'm growing also. I'm evolving
Right.
also. So it's kind of like, I just like to share what I've learned because I want us all to go to heaven at the end of the day, just to be honest. So
Correct.
I can sleep at night knowing that Demisha done her part for the day. I mean, yeah, I've created this episode and then I get on the game tomorrow and here it is, I'm being called a bitch or I suck or let's
Mm-hmm.
1v1 because you trash. That's fine. You know,
Yeah,
that's your opinion, you're entitled to it. But I done
that's
my
true.
part. I
Yeah.
created content that I felt like was positive and I definitely wanted people to hear and see. So,
Well,
Well, one thing too about that, the beauty in that is the fact that you can actually weed out those type of people that are toxic.
I ain't
Mm-hmm.
gonna say
Because
that.
even that episode, there was a lot of people that were like, agreeing, like, yeah, I play with so many other, females, and they real good. The hell with the rest of these dudes.
Right.
So again, it like you said, it's just pretty much attracting like-minded individuals. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
2020. It suck. People gonna be with who they want to be,
Yeah,
but
people gonna be who they want
again,
to be. That's true.
yeah, but again, hey, at least we can link up with those that ain't.
Yeah, and that's
So
exactly what
that's
I do. I mean, I try to be
exactly.
playing with people who I normally play with, who ain't toxic or try to do no ill will things. And if they playing, I know they talking shit about playing. But
Mhm.
I mean, it's just like she said. I mean, that was a good point. Like she did her part at the end of the day. That's all she could do.
That's all she could do.
Mhm.
That's all you can
So
do. I
that's
mean,
what, yeah,
that's the
that's all
honest.
I'm
That's
saying.
true. Shit, that's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Long as people
Any
know positivity is
It
tied to
just,
my
yeah.
DeeTells podcast, and hey, I've done my part.
Yeah, that's just like doing a good deed out on the street for somebody. Look, I did my good deed for the day. You know what I'm saying? I did what I
Yeah.
supposed to do. I feel good. It's the same thing.
Well, anybody who knows me, they know that I'm like I pride myself on being like the same person. Like if anybody knows me and they see me anywhere, I'm the same nigga. I'm the same nigga in court, in church,
Mm,
on stream, at home. Like I'm the same person.
preach that, bro.
So
Preach
and
that.
I find that that's very important to me because when something comes up, when the negativity comes, because it's coming, you can't really stop it. uh when it comes, if it's presented to the right person, they'll instantly like kill it like it's bullshit. Like somebody, you know what I'm saying, somebody come to my wife or something like that, like, yeah, I saw DJ with such and such and this and that, and she would instantly know that it's bullshit because she knows where I am. She knows what I'm doing. So for you to come to me with that, I know you're trying to start some shit and you need to get out of my face. Because
Mm.
because I'm the same person. I do the same shit all the time. Like it's just it's very important to me and my relationship that I keep that same routine because when when I change it, then she's supposed to know something is up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's for her security as well, to where
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, he didn't do that today. Let me go let me go talk to him. You good? So it's because I in the field that I'm in, I am around a lot of women.
Mm-hmm.
I do help a lot of women. I consult with a lot of women and things like that. But especially like on Twitch and things like that. And for those who don't know, I met my wife on Twitch. So
Oh, okay.
so with that, if she has every right to go crazy if I like whisper a chick or DM a chick or whatever, because that's how I got her. That's what we did. You know what I mean? But she knows that she knows I ain't going nowhere.
I met my wife on Twitter.
Listen, that's how
And
that's
look,
how it
it's
is.
okay.
It
Shit,
is
that's how it is. I
okay.
mean, shit, for real. And look at
Oh, I
y'all, a
know.
whole ass married, whole ass
Yes,
married.
yes, man, living lavish. But look, um, so before I get into the quiz, I do have a question for Riley. Um, Riley, when she came to you about starting a podcast, and you was like, where that came from, and that kind of thing, um, to see how you basically taking on the teammate role within the podcast, what did something change between like, you sure about this, or and to, all right, baby, let's do it. Like, did something happen? Did something change? Or you just always there to support?
And can I say too, hold on, y'all. I want to say this, y'all. I gotta tell y'all. My wife, listen,
Oh
this is
Lord.
so none of it's not planned. I just want to let y'all know that it's not planned. Like when for example, I was at work and I was sitting at the desk. I didn't have any patience. I was bored. I'm like, all right. So I called my wife. I said, hey, babe, so I think I want to do a This Is Me episode where I kind of want to give people an idea, of who I am, because I never done an introduction video for my podcast. So I asked her that day, I said, could you write down some questions to ask me that you think would be great questions, so people can get a feel for me and who I am. That was so random. And literally it was the same day, right?
I believe so.
We got the content out for you all. So I'm so random, like you never know. I never came to my wife and said, hey, I want to do a podcast, would you do it with me? We never had those conversations. It was just, I'm going to do a podcast, hey babe, I want you to be on this episode with me, let's do an anniversary special. I'm just so random. So she never know
That
when I'm
she
gonna
did.
ask her, like to do anything, because it's just random and
Okay.
like spare of the moment,
All right.
honestly.
Well, since you said
But
that, let me change the question. How easy is it, Riley, for you to adapt to her randomness?
man, honestly, well, it's because I'm a nerd. Okay, so
Gotcha.
just getting all that situated and set up for her. Like when she asked me that, like I was like, me and you were playing Call of Duty that day, and
Oh
I was writing down them
yeah.
questions as we
Snit.
were playing. Like
Quit all that
seriously,
snitching.
I'm on my computer. I'm just going.
Listen.
I'm thinking of questions, and I'm like, okay, cool. I want to ask this. I want to ask this.
Quit all
But
that.
yeah,
Quit all that snitching. She don't even know that. Man. Chill out. You know she don't like playing without her, man. And then you gonna throw me in that?
Oh, I got screenshots. I showed her. I had to.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
had.
sorry, D. It was just. It
I
was.
had
Listen. It was Veterans Day, and I didn't get her no gift. So
he carried me, so
that's
that was
all.
my gift.
Yeah. So
He
that's what
gifted me with
happened.
some carries. But
'Cause
no, with her randomness, I mean, I support her with everything she did. That's my wife, so it was just like, if that's what you want to do, sure. I'm here for you, especially setting up stuff. She's like, look, well, I need a computer. Well, I need a mic. I need this. I need that. So I'm online. I'm like, I got you. So,
that
and
was
she needed a desk.
that
Sure
was
enough,
dope.
she's in the damn room with me.
It's working. It is
Set her
working.
up a little space. So yeah, sure enough.
Uh,
Like I said, I support everything she does, man. So
so until
I'm
she
trying to kick her out the office, y'all, but she won't let me. I'm trying to take over.
well, to be fair, I was set up here first.
because so y'all are not like in the same room, right? As
Yeah,
far as
we're in the same room. We both have our own setup in
in
each
the same room.
corner.
Okay.
Both
So
dead at each other. Yep.
so
I
it's
got my gaming set up over here in the corner. She got her stuff over there in the corner. Yeah, we in the same room.
it
We moved
it
next year. This
has
will
to
not be
be
the case.
it has to be impossible to record a podcast episode while Riley is playing the game. It has to
Oh,
be.
actually, no. To be honest, her female ballers episode. I actually wasn't gaming. I was in here helping her with the setup, making sure that the cords was all plugged in, and she
Oh
had
no
her
no
second
no! I'm
screen.
not. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if since
Yeah.
y'all are in the same room,
Uh-huh.
if she wanted to do a podcast episode, you cannot play the game
I think
because your
Oh man.
commentary, your commentary when you play the game is gonna be all up and through that audio. And listen,
You ain't lying.
yo, I could just imagine D going into detail about something, right? Like I'm talking like pivotal, monumental, and then all you hear in the background is bitch, 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 bitch. Listen,
and she can't help it. She be so anxious. It's beautiful to see. I love my
yo,
wife. She's
I
very
would be
supportive.
crying laughing.
Yeah. She can't help it. She has to be in the chat with y'all when I go live on YouTube. She's right there with y'all typing. She can't help it. She loves it. So she
Okay,
definitely is a part of it. She's a part of it for sure.
And
and
then it
that
gives me a break from cussing at people.
again, Hey, a
Shoot
much
me,
needed
bitch.
break.
This is
You
just
trying to my
this is
teammate?
just so inspirational. I'm over here about to cry.
Yo,
It's just so many nice things. Like I just
listen.
don't know.
When we were playing Call of Duty the other day, I gotta say this, man. Look, so I went one way on the map, right, and then the team and Riley went another way. Enemy killed Riley, right? When when Riley yelled out, "You gonna kill me, bitch?" in front of my teammates. Yo, I laughed for about 2 days. I think that was yo the conviction she had when she said that shit. I thought it was Kevin Hart. I was like, bruh, you don't smack me, bitch, in front of my friends, bruh. That
It,
shit.
it,
I was in
my teammate
stitches,
stood there.
bruh.
He pissed me off because I'm like, you could have shot him, but you shot me instead. My teammate just standing there,
I
just
was in
looking like, wow.
I could have
stitches.
shot him, but you
Listen,
shot me.
listen. I was in stitches, bruh. I couldn't focus no more. That shit was too funny, man. Um, so so D, let me ask you this. If is there a path that you want the podcast to grow to, as far as like we know the book is coming. Uh I'm sure that the podcast is going to take off. Um but do you eventually want to keep it like a podcast, or would you mind like trying to do like a talk show, or like something else, or you just want to keep it a podcast?
So I'm glad you asked me that question. So a tweet that I see a lot on my timeline is, if you could tell your younger self something, what would you tell your younger self? And for me, it's
Mm,
always been like to live in the moment, like live in the now and don't let it pass you by and stop trying to like, predict the future and, force your life to go in that direction. So for me, to be honest with you, bro, like even if my podcast remain just what it is, I would be happy because again, what I've been noticing and what I've been seeing and hearing is people have a great time on my show.
mm-hmm.
They're able to come on and be themselves and really just talk to me and kick back and relax because to face it, like after a long, stressful day, you want to unwind. And if you can do that on my show, then I'm doing something right. So I'm not really thinking about the future, which is what took me so long to start my podcast to begin with, because I'm thinking about, well, what if it don't go right? What if this flop or, you know, what content am I
Yeah.
going to put out? It kind of prevented me from even getting started. So I don't really try to think about the future. I'm really
Mm-hmm.
just trying to live in the now and, just do the best I can day to day. Um, so I guess you just gonna have to stay tuned and keep up with your girl. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? And see what happens. You
So
know?
I'll tell you, I what I like about your podcast is the so we're in a time right now where it's rather important to be kind of pro black, right? Um, and one of the things that I like about your show is like I call it the sister girl like attitude, where it's
Mhm.
like this is like when you say this is me, honey, that shit right there is that's what it is for me,
Mhm.
because it's raw, it's natural, and and it's real, like Afrocentric. You know what I mean? And that's what the world needs more of. Like we need a lot more women to kind of stand up and just to say I'm here. It's no matter what I'm doing, I'm here. And that's what I feel like the
Authenticity.
show that's what I feel
Mhm.
like the show gives off. Uh
Yeah.
like I got my wine and everything like that, but I did just work up team
Mm.
amount of hours today, that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff the normalization of that is what is needed. I feel like. So that's why I'm drawn to the show. Of course, my sis and everything. I'm going to support. Period. But that's to because it's very often a person will say, I like you or I love
Mhm.
you and that kind of thing. But if you then say, well, what do you like about me? Or what
Mhm.
do you love about me? It it they kind of don't have an answer. So I wanted
Cricket.
to answer that question for you tonight.
Oh,
That's what I like and that's what I love about the show and about you guys' relationship. Riley already know. That's like, listen, Riley is my dog, and I couldn't wait for Veterans Day to kind of kick it with her and that kind of thing because I know uh, on that day I know restaurants do like crazy like deals and stuff like that, but with COVID, you know it kind of changes things. So
mhm.
I just wanted to make sure um, that she got the recognition and she got the proper thanks and that kind of thing on that day. I don't
Amazing,
yeah
amazing.
I don't think it was that important to her. Uh, that
Oh, it was.
oh
It was. She appreciates, yo, trust me. Yeah, no gesture goes unnoticed with my wife, and that's another thing I love about her. Is it could be the smallest thing, but she kept texting me, I'm playing Call of Duty with bro, and he carrying me. I'm at work, tired as hell. I'm like, I wish I was at home playing Call of Duty with y'all.
right because
Yeah, I told her
But
about the
she
toys.
listen,
definitely
I heard about the without me text.
right,
I heard
right,
about that. So that's why I was like, quit all that snitching, man. What you doing? Trying to
right,
get me in trouble.
right.
But look,
Right.
before we, get out of here, I do want to get into this couples quiz. I got 8 questions and then a bonus question for you guys. Y'all
Let's
ready?
do it.
All
I'm
right.
ready.
So for D,
Mm-hmm.
what disappointment or rejection from Riley's past that still stings today?
Oh shit.
Uh, her loyalty was tested. And with me, that stung and it still stings a lot because, like we were talking about earlier, loyalty is everything with a bond and a friendship or a relationship. So once that is questioned, it kind of just leaves you feeling or thinking, like, what do we have at this point? So for me, I would have to say the fact that her loyalty was once questioned and tested. And
Uh,
so that's my answer to that.
okay, okay. All right. Question number 2 for Riley. Uh, which which one of these achievements are you most proud of?
Well, aside from her actually getting her podcast off the ground, I would say her getting her phlebotomy license. That was
Yeah. Okay.
literally, well, for one, because I was actually part of it. I had to sacrifice my body for that. So that was actually a huge achievement for her, and me being a big part of, helping her get that.
Okay. Um, and D, what type of music does Riley secretly like that nobody else knows she likes?
That's that Jersey mix. Well,
Oh,
I don't know if people know she like it, but
I
she likes a lot of dance music.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
see,
had me suffering through it last night
I
when she
didn't
found her
know
old MP3 player.
Can I hit the wrong buzzer?
that.
Okay,
Riley
so can I
using her.
ask her what the answer is since she claimed I'm wrong? What's the answer? I'm listening.
I secretly like country.
Secretly
Now you know,
like
damn well out of the
country.
5 years we've been together, I have never heard you listen to a country
It's
song.
a secret.
I played the hell out of some Brantley Gilbert in
Bro,
my car.
it's a secret.
It is a secret.
Exactly, it was a secret.
Bro, I promise you, listen, I
And I
listen
used
to
to
more
have,
country music than she does in the
oh,
car.
but it's a secret.
Next
I
question.
used to have
But
real
see,
quick. I used to have a workout buddy that used to listen to country music when he worked out, and he had me listen to that shit too. So it was just kind of off and on. But
yeah, you
again, it wasn't like something that was out in the
Hey,
open.
when have I ever heard you listen to country? When?
It's secret.
So how the hell I'm gonna know the answer to the question then if it's a
Lord.
secret?
well
Next
see,
question, sir.
but see that's different for me as well because like in my stream, anybody knows you come in my stream, it's all about like the music. So and I thought that Riley had what they call nigga ears. So so with the Gerald Leverts of the world and the Whitneys and the that kind of thing. So the way she enjoys that kind of music, it is surprising to know that she does like a little country and then the Jersey mix. Let me find out. Riley be out there fist
It's
pumping.
surprising to me too, bro. This is the first time I ever heard this.
Man,
And for y'all who don't know, we've been together for 5 years and been married for one. We celebrated our 1 year anniversary,
Mm-hmm.
October 27th. That's when we said I do.
Look,
hey, we
So
still got a
I have
lifetime to learn.
never
this
heard
this
this.
show
A
this show
lifetime
is
to
about
learn.
this show is about creating lasting memories. All right, Riley, what is Dee's least favorite thing to do around the house, as far as like chores or whatever?
Um, her
Least
least
favorite.
favorite,
Like, god damn it, I gotta
cleaning
do
up after me.
this. Okay.
She will, yeah, she will clean. Even if I clean, she will still clean. But if I leave a mess and she's complaining, oh, you always leaving paper towels on the counter, blah blah blah. Yeah, that is her least favorite. Yeah, she will come at me for that.
Okay. You don't tell me you be leaving the greasy dishes. Come on, man.
Um, Next question.
Next question. Okay, look. If you can't say amen, you can say ouch. Uh so D. Um who is this is for both of y'all actually. Who is or would you consider a mentor uh to you guys? D, you could go first.
Oh, you mean like a mentor to us both, or like the most
It could be separate.
between? Oh, okay.
Like who inspires you to go?
Y'all gonna think I'm
Go ahead, say it.
No, because y'all gonna think I'm listen, all right, I'm gonna say it. So for me, listen, I've been searching for the motivation, and the reason I haven't found it is because whole time it's really just been me. I would say my old self. And once y'all read my book, y'all will know why. I
Okay.
was such a failure, and in my eyes anyway, I was just such a disappointment in my choices and my decision making. So for me to see how far I've come, I'm really just guiding myself from my past, mistakes and lessons. I don't really have anyone that I, look up to. I know I had mentioned my mom in my last episode that this is me as far as, why I got into healthcare. And
Mm-hmm.
even that relationship has its, pros and cons. But I would have to say for me, it's been my failed self, like my past self.
Okay. All right. What about you, Rob?
Um, Man, I've been sitting here thinking. I mean, I would say my mom, but in the same sense, I mean, actually, no, I can still say so because there was a lot of things that I do appreciate that I did learn from her
Mm-hmm.
growing up, and then I can appreciate the fact that, I was actually able to form, I guess, thinking on my own, that I could actually unlearn some of the things that I was taught that I didn't really agree with. So I would say that.
Okay. Those are both really great and unique answers too. Um, so um, we did mention that D does have like a full time gig Monday through Friday. So Riley, what does D look forward to the most on the weekend?
Well, mostly relaxing and gaming with me. Because usually when she gets home, it's like a few hours and she's asleep. And I'm just up by myself.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And I already knew that was coming. What you got, D? What, what you be looking forward to on the weekend?
Yo, I can't believe she didn't say working on my podcast. That's all I've been doing like the last like since I started it every weekend. Like literally. By the time
Okay,
I turn on my laptop, it's time to go to sleep.
Now,
Like we probably run a few games at like 9 o'clock.
well,
that was before
yeah,
that.
to be,
That was with.
yeah, to play devil's advocate, it's like normally, like that's like more recently, but
Yeah. Yeah.
normally what you like to do or what you look forward to
Yeah.
on the weekend.
I love gaming with my baby, yeah. Even though I be cussing ass out in 2K, I love gaming with my wife.
Whew,
Oh,
man,
she puts me
them
on
parties,
everything.
them parties be something else. I would say. All right. This is the second to the last question, but the biggest one, as far as you guys' relationship is concerned. Um, how happy are you today that all infidelities has been forgiven and put in the past, and how hard was it to do?
You can go first, love. I've
You go first.
been
You really
going first. You can go first.
This is about you, woman. Come on. Come
Come
with
Anyway,
on.
it.
so how happy am I? I would say I am a strong 7.
Out of
And a
As
half.
far yeah,
out of 10.
I was gonna say 8, so I'm 7.5.
Okay, don't give me the eight. Give me the eight. I'll take the eight.
Um, infidelities have been forgiven. The only thing with me, like I was saying about that loyalty thing, is kind of one of those things. I'm the type of person, once it's gone, you can't really get it back.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so for me, that has been a struggle fighting within myself to try to forgive someone who I trusted so much that kind of abused that trust, um, in my own words. So for me, that's really the only reason why it is not a solid 10. My wife and I think we have a great relationship aside from, like the normal stuff in relationships, the arguing, the disagreements. Um, she supports me in everything I do. I support her in everything she do. I don't know if y'all remember Retro Week, but I went broke that damn week paying for all those damn. I don't know what I was buying, but I'm just like, that's my baby. Go, baby, go. I'm at work up and down from my desk, just making sure I'm popping in and out of her chat and her
Yeah.
streams. So we really got each other's back at the end of the day, and that's with everything. So if one is suffering or struggling, we both suffering and struggling. So um that's really the only reason why it is not a 10. But I love my wife to death, and
Yeah.
I'd do anything for her. So
And Robin?
As long as it's close to a 10. I mean, nothing's perfect. So, I mean,
Listen.
I would say eight and a half, too. Well, you said eight. I'm going to get a half
Okay.
because the half is important. But, yeah, like she said, we got each other's back. But, I mean, no one's perfect. We are growing and learning together. So some things, we're like, damn, really? Like, we're shocked. So, but I mean, yeah, we're above the spectrum of just like not so sure we're happy or might be happy, but
Yeah.
that's literally where I stand.
Oh no. I look. I appreciate it because after watching the episodes of the DeeTells podcast, I listen. Um, and I'm very good at like taking stuff that I hear, that I see, analyzing it, breaking it down, and that kind of thing, and then uh, not judging, uh, but to be able to give like sound advice and things of that nature, and learn from other people's mistakes if that's a thing. Um, so I think that what y'all have done and what y'all have put out to the world is amazing. The fact that you guys have each other's back, that's amazing. Um, the fact that the Easy to Talk To podcast in episode number 25 has brought to the world the first lesbian married couple.
Hey,
Uh,
history, bro.
yeah, yeah, we know we about our history over here.
Yeah.
Um, and I strive week in week out to find ways to break down these barriers that's around because they're senseless barriers. People are people. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I believe I put a tweet out one day saying that to the fellas, before you go judging a woman that has kids or multiple kids with multiple baby daddies and things like that, I want you to take a second, look at your family tree, count your brothers and sisters, and then realize that your mother is the most respected person in your life.
Mm.
So it's something as simple as that. Um, that's what we're about over here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the last question, the bonus question. Uh, did y'all have a good time tonight?
I had a great time. I can't wait to go back and listen to it, and I really had a great time. Thank you for having me. Like, this was really an honor.
Oh yeah.
I know I was talking to you, before we decided when we were setting up for the show, and I was telling you I don't really look at other podcasts, and I have my own reasons for that, but yours is definitely one that I can honestly say I enjoy the content, and I really appreciate what you do and what your platform represents,
Oh yeah.
and what you represent. So I'm so glad that you had me on your show tonight.
Oh
I
yeah.
really appreciate
When
it.
I
I
saw
can't wait to have
episode
you on mine.
when I saw episode one of the DeeTells podcast, I was like, okay, I gotta work that into she gotta come on the show, she gotta promote it and things like that. So uh yeah, that was a no brainer. It was just trying to figure out uh when, I guess.
Hmm.
As soon as I saw it. Matter of fact, I think I told Riley uh like a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. Uh,
Hmm.
so she did a great job in holding the secret. Thank you. Uh, but
She tried. It's hard.
yeah, I, I'm sure because she told me about you guys' conversation uh, about me being on your show soon.
Hmm.
So I was like, oh, that's funny you say that. You know. uh, but in closing, do you have anything you want to say to the people? You want to promote an upcoming episode? Anything like that?
Yeah, I have something I want to say to the people, but it's not to promote my show or my episode. I mean, you all know, if you're in this stream or this episode, you probably know of me. But like I said before, I just really appreciate you, Easy, bro. I appreciate what you represent and what you're doing with your platform. And I really just want to see you do great things. You're already doing, well, better things. Let's say it that way, because you're already doing great things.
I
And I
appreciate
really
that.
just can't wait to see, what you do with your podcast, because I know you're going to go a lot further and be a lot bigger. So thank you for having me. It's been an honor. It's been a pleasure.
I appreciate
Um,
you.
yeah, and that's pretty much it. If you all, want to follow me, just follow me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Anchor, Spotify at DeeTells Podcast. that's it. Stay tuned.
I'm gonna get all those links from you and put it in the description on YouTube, and they can also read it when it's on Spotify and iTunes as well. So
Hmm.
I'll make sure that I get with you and get all those links and everything. Riley, what's up, Riley? You made
Hello.
you made it back, man.
I did.
You did. I
I
told you.
actually didn't expect to be back because I was like, it's about her. I was like, I'll be in the chat,
Well,
but
it was, but I knew, of course, I knew you were gonna be around. Uh, but the, the history, uh, having a married couple of the same sex is something that I haven't had. I've
Hmm.
had two couples on, both married, both gaming, but the one, I believe both of them do gaming and music as well. So I just wanted to make sure that a lot of my firsts are my closest like friends. So um,
That's
it's
special. That's
yeah.
awesome.
So when I get down the line to episode 90 and 100, I will never forget, where I came from, and who was really with me when I was doing episode 9 and 25, and you know what I'm saying. Uh, that kind of thing is important to me,
Hmm.
to grow with my people. So uh, I'm excited. I'm happy that you guys were able to bless the show, Riley, for the second time. Um, but be on the lookout also. Um, down the line, I didn't tell her this, but I'm also gonna be bringing uh, D back sometimes as like a third like a panel
Oh.
for some shows. So
oh, it's big lit.
yeah, so I didn't tell her that I wanted to leave a little surprise for her, but yeah, we'll get into talks of that, and because it's a lot going on, it's a lot that needs to be talked about,
Mhm.
and different perspectives it makes great content. So I'm definitely down for that, and I'm definitely going to work that out for you guys. Um, Before I get out of here, I don't never really get a chance to do this, but I do want to shout out some of my supporters.
Mm.
Um, and what I mean by supporters, of course, I am a data analyst for the Juice Squad. You know what I'm saying? Juice Squad, big Juice Squad in the building. Uh,
Hey,
they
juice, juice.
the support that I've gotten from this organization, especially like the leader, Styles got the juice. She's such a dope, dope individual. Um, and a lot of times um, I feel like she don't get the credit that she deserves for what she really does. Like she's this lady like barely sleeps because she's always working on something to better the organization, to better its members, or get better benefits for the members. Like she's always working on bettering something. And I just wanted to give her a special shout out tonight. Of course, shout out to my fave in the building. Late as hell, but hey, we good. Parker Vicious 3. Uh, she's been in here from the beginning, keeping the chat regulated. I appreciate you.
Hey,
Uh,
hey, hey.
then we got my brother, my brother, Mr. Parsnips Langford in the building. Silence. But
Young
look,
parse.
listen, man, I appreciate everybody who came through the chat. Uh, Tiff, Grady, um, Mo, Shay in the building. Listen, I appreciate everybody who came out to rock with me and these wonderful, wonderful ladies. I am going to get out of here. We about to wrap it up. Y'all remember the slogan? They got it super backwards. If they think I wouldn't rep us, because you know rep us is super backwards. Be dope, grind, and believe.